Hello everyone and welcome back to Stadia Source, your #1 source for news, reviews, and all that good stuff about Stadia. My name is Avery and today we're going to be playing some Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. This is a pro title that came out a little while back. I believe it just left pro this month, or it's about to. But if you haven't played Stacks on Stacks on Stacks yet, it's a block stacking game, very much reminiscent of when you would stack blocks together when you were a kid. So I want to take you through a little bit of gameplay of it to go along with my review, which you can see in the review section on StadiaSource.com. So let's jump into the game. I already played for a little while, but I'll start a new game just to kind of let y'all see. As you can see, I'm about 39% of the way into it. We'll start my B slot here. It'll be a solo game. I haven't tried this game co-op yet, but I have tried it as a one-on-one in the competitive area with a friend of mine. Quite fun to watch the stacks kind of topple on each other's side. We're going to go for the normal difficulty at this time. It asked me the question about trivia age the last time I played. I haven't actually seen any trivia questions at any point in time, so not sure if that's been incorporated. But regardless, I'll hit adults and teens because I qualify there. So the thing about Stacks on Stacks on Stacks is it's kind of a peculiar game. You can kind of see this art style is very cartoony. Lots of weird characters. The Bagel Mayor, for example, a little on the odd side. All these other characters, and you kind of meet them, little weird drooling banana there in the corner. But you play as this person, Rocket, who is half rocket shift, half robot, and wears a psychic helmet to help with the stacking of blocks. So Rocket puts a nice big hole in her roof and heads out to stack some blocks. The way that Stacks on Stacks on Stacks is set up is you basically have this play field that is locked as you start completing different stages in the game. So every stage is going to have a goal where you need to stack the blocks a certain height. There are different goals that kind of kick in as time goes on, but basically it follows the same kind of pattern. Stack the blocks as high as you can. You can rotate the blocks. You can rotate the play field. It says L1, R1. I actually like to use the triggers for that, so it doesn't stop you there. And if you want to drop the block quickly, think Tetris style, you can do that as well. Now, of course, the goal is to build your tower pretty high. The problem is these assorted blocks are not all the same height. So again, it wants to let me know I can do this. It doesn't recognize that I've already played this before. That's okay. The problem with stacking the different height is they don't stack evenly if you don't try to make at least little wedges. Of course, my goal is 4 feet, about halfway there. So we're at 2.5. And if I stack this big old block on top here, probably going to be just fine. There we go. Met the goal. There's a time goal on every stage, and then at the end you get the pleasure of seeing this weird little snake thing with its wrecking ball tongue come down, and you can smash your creation into the dust. It doesn't actually do anything. It's like you can actually chase Rocket around with it a little bit, knock the little robot off her orbit there. And when you're done, you're finished. Head back to the map. So every time you complete a level, it opens another level, usually at least one or more. There is a kind of a gate system in the stars that you are getting, so you do have to beat so ever many levels to unlock so ever many levels. But you can also just pretty much go straight forward. And this is the other thing that happens. Sometimes you get these weird little blocks that land, and when they do, it triggers a special mode, such as this giant baby. Changes the music as well. So now we get these perfectly cubical blocks, which are much easier to stack, and kind of helps you get to the top a lot faster. And then, of course, it wouldn't be complete if you didn't have to stack the baby too. Yeah, you gotta stack the baby too. So got my next star, got my next coin, and then if I just want to blast this baby into smithereens, poor baby, poor baby. It's okay. Should baby forgives me. And we'll move on to to our next. So in this now, I can't go forward on this path until I get up to 4 stars, so it's going to bring me over here to try this. So now we are shifting into a slightly different level, and we're getting a little bit more of the story. So there's a French avocado. Ooh, got guacamole'd. Oh, that's disturbing. Okay, he's fine. Or at least the pit is fine. So now we're in kind of a little Greek-themed type game. I can already tell down there in the corner my next block is going to be a special cube. Sometimes that cube triggers and it just messes you up. Alright, so now we're in Illuminati mode. Everything is weird. So now I have this pyramid to stack, and that didn't work. So, when something falls off the top, you lose a life, lose 3 and you're done. Had I been able to stack that pyramid appropriately, I would have gotten a really good platform upon which to stack things even higher. You'll notice in the top left-hand side, I also have that handy guide, kind of the over-the-top bird's-eye view of how things are going. So that can certainly help as you're trying to pinpoint things. Here we go. Stage cleared. I would have gotten that time goal too if I just stacked my Illuminati blocks. And again, smash it down. It doesn't actually do anything. You don't get anywhere in the game by smashing those down, but it's fine. So that opened up a couple new pathways. There is a cosmetics aspect to this. Using those coins, you can buy new hats, new stores, new shirts, all kinds of interesting things. Change the color of her flame, hard hat, snapback, TV antennas. So again, that I have found, the fashions don't do anything in the game. It's pretty much just you stack the blocks, right? So I can keep going with the little pyramid shape, or I can head up here to my springboards. Now with the springs, these are set up like a balance. So when I stack something on this side, it's going to raise my other side. So what you want to do on these levels is get yourself a nice starter platform with some heavy blocks on this side, just to weigh it down. And then that automatically gives me a nice tall platform over here to start with. Boom. 1 block and I'm done. Didn't meet that time goal. And we're just going to go back. Alright, now I do have enough stars if I want to keep going on the flat plane. That will unlock another set of options for me over there. Or I can keep going on the springs. We'll do the springs for a little bit longer. Why not? In my review, one of the things I talked about was the music. The main you know, that main theme gets a little bit grating because it's the only one that plays in the menu, so you end up hearing it over and over and over again. I mean, I guess if you like kind of techno EDM sort of type music, it's not going to be terribly bad, but it is repetitive. You're going to hear that same thing over and over again every time you go back to the little main landscape. That said, there is a little bit of variety. Oh, and there it is. Yep, I knew that was coming. Didn't have a flat enough surface there. You can't see, things are not quite lined up. I do not want that cube right now, and it's going to give it to me anyways, even though I don't want it. Because they're not asking my input. It's okay. So yeah, so there is a, you know, a little bit of variety in there. All right, so now we got a nice little dragon coming. You're going to want to keep an eye on the overhead view. Oh, missed something, and he's going to burn through some of my blocks there. So again, all that really served to do was mess with me a little bit. No benefit there. It's okay. I like the baby blocks. So, you know, like this little kind of Greekish theme that's hitting with the columns, kind of reminiscent of Sonic Marble Hill Zone. I think it is the Greek, kind of the Greek theme zone there. Then every so often you get these pieces, which are round, and that really is unhelpful. So like I mentioned, you know, the music can be a little bit much. It's not bad, but it's repetitive. So you end up with mostly the same kind of track across the entire level set. So everywhere that I'm here in the Greek-themed levels, I'm going to get this exact same song. So now we're in this boat where I've stacked quite a bit over here, but the balance is such. I don't want to go back over there with the little conic shape, because that's going to cause me... Oh, no. I wasn't paying attention. All right. Airplanes. I don't remember this one. I remember this one. Okay. I'm James Bond, but a cat. Alright, so we hit these targets. Alright, 3 for 3. Oh. And now I have to land him. The problem is, I don't know where he will fit without falling off. Oh! And I gotta... Oh, man! Even a game over there. Lame. Alright. Try this sucker one more time. As you can see, it does not take very much to basically just wipe out everything you were working on. Particularly if you're not keyed in to how many lives you are burning through, that third life will go very quickly. You can see it's got a little bit of a Tetris element to it, because, you know, to maximize the space, you really got to sneak some of these blocks in there. All right. Let's see what I get. Okay, I'm not familiar with this one. What do we got? Lock in your size. Oh my, okay. So this one. That should get me all the way there. Oh, no! Well, that was very lame. Not kosher. Not kosher. Alright, it is what it is. We keep going. See, as I mentioned, a little bit of a Tetris-y element. There are a few level patterns down the way that give you a very small playfield to land in, and so you really have to be concise with your stacking. There is also a mode, one of the goals in the game is don't stack higher than a certain amount. When you get that, you have to wedge every single block in wherever you can find it. You literally don't have the room to go up, so you've got to go around instead. I think I missed. Oh gosh. Okay. That was me. That was me. I'm not paying attention. See, you'd think with the addition of the spring that this would just be super straightforward, but it really isn't. Have you played any stacks on stacks on stacks? If you have, sound off in the comments. Let me know what you thought about it. I mean, it was free for most folks if you were on play at the right time. So, you know, you don't lose anything by playing it. And it's fun. You know, if you like this kind of game, it's fun. All right, now it's time to go up. I've spent enough time on this level. It is time to go up. All right. Boom. Done. Of course, the time goal is not met. This time, I think I'm going to be happy to just demolish this and get rid of everything. Sometimes you really are going to kind of take a lot of enjoyment in getting to explode your towers, particularly if you work particularly hard on those. So anyways, that's a little bit of the gameplay for Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. I just wanted to give you a little bit of taste here on the channel and see what you thought about it. So Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. You know, again, it's a fun game. It's a casual game. This is not a game that you're going to spend multitudes of hours on. But it is a game that is, you know, it's fun. It's fun. that's it for me today. Thanks for tuning into Stadia Source. By the way, don't forget you can join us live for our Stadia Source Roundtable panels most Thursday evenings right here on YouTube. You'll see me and all the guys and all the fabulous creators from Stadia Source on that. If you enjoyed this video, we'd love it if you let us know by hitting that like button down below. And if you want to know when we post a new video, we invite you to hit the subscribe button below as well. You can support Stadia Source by heading over to stadiasource.com and joining our Patreon, where you'll get exclusive content just for members. And as always, check out all the news and reviews on our website, your #1 source for all things Stadia, stadiasource.com. I've been Avery. Have a good one.